I promised this a while ago, I know, but as I said before, I'm working 3 jobs, guys. Time doesn't always go according to plan, unfortunately, which is why I'm actually dressed and ready to go out that door behind me, because there's no rest for the wicked, as they say, and I must be a terrible human being. So let's just get straight into this, okay? Like I said, character building pro tips. Now, if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, you'll probably find this very easy. If you're not, don't worry about it. You catch it up really simple. There's going to be a description in the there's not going to be a description. Shut up. There's going to be a link in the description below that brings you to a PDF that you can download from my website. Completely free. It just helps you guys get everything going. It's really simple, really straightforward. You can't really... I personally think it helps. So just go through it briefly here. You have your basic character build. Now, you have the name, age, sex, gender, height, hair color, eye color, skin color, nationality, occupation. Just the basic starter package, say, right? Then, of course, you have any kind of, we'll say, distinguishing features, whether it be a tattoo, piercing, scar, something like that. Like, there's not really much. Well, there is no real end to such features, but not all characters will have this. But that's just the way. It's your own build, guys. It's your own build. Now, this is where it gets tricky. This goes into race. Now, it can stem from, we say, human to draconoid, centaur, harpy, werewolf, vampire, all the tropes. You can also go up to like some pixie or djinn or you tell them. Dwarf, Kate Sith, mermaid, merrow, android, zombie, demigod, god, and everything in between, and everything I haven't even mentioned. And even more, I mean, there's so much that you can choose from in this that, frankly, there shouldn't really be any hassle picking a race. The fact is, narrowing it down is the difficult part there. So there's that. Now, some people do use the next part. I don't always go with it, but it can help, and that's morality. If your character is completely evil, completely good. To be truthfully honest with you, well, you have to be truthfully to be honest, a lot of characters never really are one or the other extreme. They tend to have an explanation or reason why they're being the paragon hero or the renegade villain, or if there's someone in the middle. There's no really black and white areas as such. It's all grayscale. But if you are making a character that is, we'll say, a paladin, they're seen as purely virtuous, lawbringers, law keepers kind of thing. The renegade would be more of your chaos sorcerer. So your well, not necessarily always chaos. Look, it's your own choice, but morality can help you create a character. Not necessarily create a reader, not necessarily have the reader create their own image of it, but help you build the character. That's something to kind of think upon. And then there's the fighting style. Now, the fighting style, in my head, maybe because I'm so stuck on the D&D character build, fighting style tends to go with rogue, be stealth based, twin daggers, maybe crossbow or bow kind of thing. If you had a barbarian or a warrior, they would probably be broadsword or shield, or maybe both kind of thing, light sword and shield. Fighting style, again, it's not really vital, but it does help me personally create a character for later on a story if there is conflict line. So that helps that. Let's go through here. Okay, the fun word, statistics. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Come at me. I always allocate 10 points in this to each character. May not seem like a whole lot, but it's your first book, you're starting out, the character isn't meant to be OP. It really isn't. Like, you have your basic statistics, or stats, not saying that again. Strength, condition, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. I'll say them again. I went way too fast there. Strength, condition, dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Yeah. Strength, of course, is your character's overall physical strength. Condition is their health. Dexterity will be their agility or dexterity, kind of self-explanatory, really. I have it right here in front of me. Intelligence. Now, this is where things get a bit... Intelligence and wisdom. Intelligence could be based on your character's, we'll say, training. Whether they're a medic, a special operative, whether they're I don't know, a blacksmith or something like that. The intelligence could define how good they are at their chosen job or chosen occupation. Wisdom usually goes about how strong their magical ability is, or how experienced their magical ability is. And charisma is their speech kind of thing, how easily they charm or how easily they get out of things, out of certain situations by just speech. So there's simple enough that 10 points should work there, positive and minus. It does help a great deal. Class. Wow, that didn't hurt me, thank God. Class, again, I can hint at this with the Barbarian and Warrior. Barbarian, Warrior, Bard, Monk, Cleric, Paladin, Wizard, Chaos Sorcerer, Rogue, Hero, Marksman, so on and so on. The list, again, is more or less endless. There's like so much to fucking choose from. Or you can even actually make up your own by merging with, you have a marksman cleric, a warlock tank, warlock assassin. You can actually mix and match like that. But each class has to have a specific strength and weakness. There's no point in making a class OP. People can't relate to a character that has no weakness, that has no flaw. Every single thing has to have a flaw. It has to happen, guys. It has to be relatable and valid. You can't just go in there with, he's an OP character, can't be beaten, he's always going to be a hero. Key point is Kakarot from Dragon Ball Z. I can't relate to the character. I detest the character because you always know he's going to win. Vegeta or Piccolo, more relatable. And frankly, fan favourites, as is Broly. Okay. Now we're going to the I knew I'd messed that up. Proficiencies. We'll start off with the skill proficiency. Arcane, magic, armor, blacksmith, deception, nature, insight, intimidation, persuasion, performance, stealth, and so on. I would say tick 2 of these boxes for your character, just to kind of, because if you tick 4 or 5, the character again is going to be overpowered. Tick 2 on your first book. Maybe on the second book he might have leveled up. So on the first book he only has two of these skills. Again, if you want to add to it, there's a space to add. A space here says other, and you can add your own skill proficiency to it. So just a little bit of help there. Armor proficiency. You may not be using armor in your book. If you do, fine. If you don't, that's cool too. We'll skip past this. Light, medium, heavy, and plate, and other. I say other because some people like to add chain plate, which I find redundant, to be honest with you. Or light armor. Could be leather, could be hide, it could be chainmail. Medium could be like iron or bronze, and so on. There's that. So nice little bit of extra there, say. Languages. Does your character speak a second language? If so, how well is he or she at that language? What's their native tongue? Is that language commonly spoken? Again, just a little bit extra for your character to actually really get lost into really helps personally. That's not necessary, of course, but it might help you. It might even help the reader. So, skill proficiency. No, we already had this, didn't we? We did. Okay. Oh, so no, this is just proficiency. I'm sorry. Alchemist, crossbow, broadsword, cybernetics, magic, longbow, rifle, staff, repairing, so on, simple weapons and likes of that. Again, I would take 2 of these. You could take 3 if you wanted to, I guess, but look, again, you can take as many as you want. It's your thing. I'm just saying, for my own personal tips, I would take 2 again, not to make the character godlike. Or you can choose, of course, other and add your own. Background. Now, this is where it gets difficult. The background, it's very easy to get lost in this part of it. You can go overboard with background and make it like overly indulgent and very foretelling. Try to give the character a background or purpose as to why he or she is going on this story, or why he's on this quest, this mission, this whatever it may be, whatever it is. But don't explain everything about the character in the one paragraph. Once the character is explained in detail, in full, the character loses that little bit of je ne sais quoi. So don't give everything away. And then there's the goal. Self-explanatory. What the character hopes to achieve in the first book. And then, of course, will he achieve it? Will he or she, achieve the goal in that book? If not, sound. That's cool too. It works. If they do, hey, great. Again, it's easy to get overly indulgent here and make the assumption your character is going to achieve it in the first book. Bear in mind, if they do, they have no real purpose or goal for the second book. If you're writing a second one, I'm going to assume you are. I'm writing a trilogy at most so far, could be 5 books. I'm going to say, at the moment I'm writing a trilogy, so my character has a goal that will extend in the second and third, in the second book, and become finite in the third book, if I only write 3. So the goal has to be something your reader has to wait for. Your character has to get to it, but your reader has to wait for it and not necessarily know for sure at any point in the book what the goal is. You could say straight out, my goal is to capture Castle Grayskull, Skeletor. Okay, great, that's your goal, but the reader has to know that's the goal, and then you can't just achieve it, or you can't allow the reader to know that that's going to be achieved within the next 10 chapters. There has to be some kind of build up to it, some kind of obstacle blocking that may hint it might not happen in this book, and then it does, It's cool. So yeah, guys, I'm going to put this PDF in full up on my website. There'll be a link in a video down below. If you find it useful, great. Sound, great, wonderful. And what is on the floor? Oh, it's a boot. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of embarrassing. My house is clean, I swear to God. Alright guys, I'm half in this here. I was hoping for 15 minutes. It's almost 10 seconds. Have a good day, guys. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Stay safe.